Welcome back to the channel. I'm standing next to the 2023 Ram Rebel 2500 with the diesel powertrain. We'll talk about the diesel powertrain once we get behind the wheel of this vehicle, but I would like to give a special thanks to Spitzer, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram for giving me time with the 2023 Ram Rebel 2500. Let's talk about pricing here for the Ram Rebel 2500. Starting price is at $68,425. This one comes in at $94,300. You guys are wondering, yeah, that's a lot of money for a 2500 truck, but keep in mind the segment is heating up. There's some refreshers and redesigns from the other competitors in the segment, which some other competitors top out at six figures. So keep in mind, I think this is kind of like a bargain, especially in this competitive segment. Looking at the exterior styling here for the 2500 here, this truck is massive. It gives you that king of the road feel once you get behind the wheel of the Ram 2500 here. This is also painted in this olive green, which looks really good, especially with the black painted elements. Looking at the headlights here, it has this full LED projector headlight with an automatic low and high beam. This is LED turn signal here with LED fog lights here. There's front parking sensors with this black painted bumper. There's also these large recovery hooks here just in case you guys get stuck off road. And it says Ram in the actual grille with the front facing camera. This has a 360-degree camera. I like the nice pattern to the actual grille. And there's this non-functional vent here. Me personally, I think Ram should have just eliminated that, but it does give the truck more of a nice aggressive look here. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the 2500 Rebel. This also has the optional turbo diesel. It comes standard with the V8. We'll talk about that once we get underneath the hood of the Ram Rebel here. But looking at the side profile, this has an overall length of 238.8 inches with a wheelbase of 149.8. So it's right on par with some of the other competitors in this segment. Looking at these tires and wheels here, these are a good set of tires here. These are a 285/60 Goodyear Wrangler Duratrack tire wrapped in this 20-inch rim design. Look at those rotors, guys, and brake calipers. Very large brakes there and rotors because this is a massive vehicle. I like the nice two-tone look to the wheels here. They're going to be a chrome with a gloss black finish there. And looking at the suspension here, very beefy suspension because once again, this is a very massive truck and it is the off-road version of the 2500. It says Ram here with some gloss black elements. This also has power running boards, more black elements here on the side. Wheel arches here. It says this has a Cummins badge here with turbo diesel, and it says 2500 heavy duty right there with these functional heat extractors here on the sides of the actual hood. This is LED side marker with the spotlights here, and these mirrors also power fold out more if you guys are looking to tow anything. More black elements. You can lock the vehicle via this little touch point here. Like I mentioned, it does have the running boards with this black interior. We'll talk about the interior once we get inside with the new tech upgrades that Ram offers. And this is a 6.3-inch bed. As you guys can see, also more beefy suspension because once again, this is the off-road model of the 2500. And looking at the taillights here, they're going to be a full LED, which is a turn signal, brake light, and reverse light. The blind spot monitoring is integrated into the housing, just like some other competitors in this segment. It says Rebel. Shout out to Spitzer there with the massive Ram badge on the back of the tailgate with the 4x4 system. There's your 7-pin connector here. Also, you can mount a camera and so forth. LED lights for the tag. And there's the tow hitch here, which this vehicle can tow 19,980 pounds. And underneath the vehicle, you also have a full-size spare tire. Guys, look at that spare axle, guys. Very beefy in with that large single exhaust trim piece off to the side. And there is rear parking sensors with LED lights underneath this handle here. With the backup camera, pull that there. It has a damp opening tailgate. This one does not have the spray and bed liner from the manufacturer. Maybe you guys can do a dealer installed option, or you guys can look at the aftermarket if anything. There's some tie down points back here with a 400-watt outlet there, and that rear glass does slide open. But this one does not have like a multi-flex tailgate or anything like that. But let's hop inside the interior of the Ram 2500. Sitting in the interior of the Ram 2500, as you guys see, you guys are greeted by these massive displays in the actual interior with this newly redesigned cluster here which says Rebel at the top. I like the nice graphics, how the way this screen looks. But reaching ready to shut the door of the 2500. The truck is already running, guys. That beautiful sounding diesel powertrain sounds really good. The materials are really upscale. I wouldn't expect nothing less from Ram. Nice stitching. There's 2-person memory seats. And there's also these nice mirrors that you guys can power fold in, turn on the spotlights and so forth. You can do a lot of customization with these mirrors. So you can also power fold them in and out, which is really nice. Also with this black painted door handle here, you can power fold them in via that button there. They will power fold in just in case you guys are in a tight area. It is automatic up and down for the driver and passenger. Your headlight controls are here, your illumination switch, nice trim around the air vents here, nice leather in the upper portion. There's no heads-up display on this particular model, but I'm pretty sure that Ram does offer it. This also has the Harman Kardon sound system, which sounds pretty good. Some storage here, it says Ram. There is a 12 volt here. Like I mentioned, massive displays here. As you guys see, it does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as wireless. Going here, the screen response is super impressive. This is their Uconnect system, one of the best infotainment systems in the business. Like I mentioned from previous other reviews, there's a volume and tune knob here. There's some shortcut buttons down here. You also have 6 auxiliary ports. You guys can add, you know, a winch and whatnot if you would like. There's a hill descent control. You can lock the axle for low, for high, 2-wheel drive. It says heavy duty, just in case you guys forget. Putting the vehicle into reverse. I love that this vehicle offers a column shifter. Really nice that it offers that still. There's also different camera views and so forth. There's a front view, a backup camera view, and you guys can also add a third-party camera system to the back of the vehicle and so forth. If you wanted to tow a trailer, you can also zoom in and out if you're trying to line up with your trailer also. This vehicle does have really good towing capacity numbers in the segment. Kicking it into drive here, just pull down the column shifter, and to put it into park, just push it up there, and you can customize this display here by pressing this button over here. It shows you different things like your fuel economy. I only had this truck for about 20 minutes or so, and I've been averaging 14.8 mpg. But keep in mind, guys, this vehicle is massive, so it's not going to be the best, and it shows your PSI, also your horsepower and so forth. So it's nice that Ram does give you this customization, your oil temperature, battery voltage, your driver's assistance, what's playing on your phone. That's also your steering angle. So right now it's at 10 degrees, 0 degrees and so forth, and it does show you if you guys are looking to take this vehicle. That's your pitch and roll if you're trying to take this vehicle off-road, and down here is going to be for your RPM layout, which is nice as well. But the screen does offer nice customization, which is really nice. So Ram is offering some really nice tech upgrades for 2023. There's the 3-car garage mode on the sun visor with this woven like material for the headliner. There's LED lights throughout the cabin. You can also open up that rear glass back there, and you can let down the tailgate. An SOS button and also an assist button is there. Press this here, it does reveal the two-tier storage. It says Rebel on that portion of the glove box. Open this up. It does reveal more storage in there, which is pretty good storage. More leather, more stitching around the center console area here. My camera equipment's here. You can slide this forward and back just like on the 1500. Deep storage well, wireless phone chargers. There's multiple USB ports here. There's your front and rear parking sensors. There's your diesel brake, exhaust brake there, and also your ALT trailer height, and your tow haul mode is there with your trailer brake control there. It says Rebel and Ram there. Nice leather, nice stitching. Open this up as a 2-tier storage here. Is lined with felt with a USB port in there, and more storage down here if you guys are looking to put more things. And there's 2 cup holders here. The seats are very comfortable and supportive. I like the nice stitching and the piping. It says Rebel with the Ram logo there. Very comfortable seats. Overall, the interior, the tech, and everything in this vehicle is nice. It's also 3-level heated seats here, and cool seats, and with the heated steering wheel function. The cool seats blow very cold air, especially right now. It's like 90 degrees outside today. But overall, the interior of the Ram does not disappoint. And like, once again, I wouldn't expect nothing less from Ram, because they're basically the benchmark when it comes to a luxurious interior, especially in this segment. Let's look at the interior space of the 2500 here. Open up the rear door. This is the crew cab here, so it offers the 4 full-size doors. This interior offers tons of interior space. I like the nice black with the green exterior color. And like I mentioned, this does have the power running boards. The materials are going to be very high quality. I wouldn't expect nothing less for Ram. There's nice stitching, black gloss painted door handle here. The switchgear feels really high quality. There's this nice high gloss trim here with some more trim there. It's gonna be nicely padded here. Large storage and cup holder space in the actual door pockets. But getting inside this massive truck, I'm glad that Ram does give you these running boards with this grab handle, so you can hoist yourself into this truck. If you're small like myself, like I mentioned, I'm only 5'8". I do have plenty of foot space underneath the driver's seat. This is where I have the seat to drive. There's 2 map pockets back here, rear cup holders, rear air vents. There's 3-level heated seats, rear USB charging ports, household outlet. The floor back here, surprisingly, it's not flat, but you can fit 3 people across in comfort because this truck is 79.5 inches across. Pull this down here, it does reveal 2 cup holders, and you can also open up this rear glass. There's some hangers, some coat hangers up here, and there's also LED lights throughout the cabin. The seats are very supportive and comfortable. They're very well plush, nice stitching and piping throughout this interior. And Ram says this has 40.2 inches of rear legroom space. Very good numbers in this segment here. If you guys go for the mega cab, that will offer 43.1 inches of legroom space. But keep in mind, that is a larger vehicle. And there's 2 more cup holders here in front of this seat here. But keep in mind, the Ram 2500 does offer tons of interior space. Let's talk about the powertrain specs for the Rebel here. Ram will offer this with 2 powertrains, but before we talk about the powertrain, guys, look how high the hood is up in the actual air. This vehicle is pretty tall, and for reference, guys, I'm only 5'8", so I'm gonna have a hard time trying to close the hood back. So if you guys are a little taller than me, of course, it's gonna be an easy grab to close the hood. But let's talk about the powertrain. Ram will offer this with 2 powertrains, like I mentioned. Entry-level powertrain, which will be a 6.4 liter Hemi gas V8. That powertrain will make 410 horsepower and 429 pound-feet of torque. Ram will happily sell you this powertrain that I'm showing you guys today, which is the 6.7 liter Cummins turbo diesel, which will make 370 horsepower and 850 pound-feet of torque. This powertrain is paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission. This powertrain is, like I mentioned, nearly $10,000 extra. So if you guys want to cough up that $10,000 to get the diesel powertrain, I would recommend it. If not, you guys can stick with the base V8 powertrain, which is nothing to sneeze at. It still offers good torque and good horsepower, but the diesel will give you more torque over the V8 powertrain, of course. And Ram says this vehicle can tow 19,980 pounds with a payload of 3,100 pounds. But keep in mind, the government does not rate the fuel economy for this vehicle. So if you guys own this truck, let me know in the comment section what you guys are averaging or what you guys get in city and also mixed driving and highway driving if you guys have the diesel powertrain. So I'm behind the wheel of the 2500 Rebel here. This vehicle offers 7.5 inches of ground clearance, including that suspension lift from the manufacturer. And this has the optional, almost nearly $10,000 diesel powertrain, which is a lot of money. But if you guys want the diesel powertrain, I think it's definitely going to be a really good pick. If you guys don't want the standard powertrain, which is a 6.4 liter gas V8 engine, which makes good horsepower and torque numbers, like I mentioned from the powertrain spec portion of this video. But this vehicle here with the optional diesel powertrain makes 370 horsepower and 850 pound-feet of torque. It does have a 6-speed automatic, which is a good transmission paired with this powertrain. Let's come to a stop, and this has these all-terrain tires. Let's see how quick this vehicle can move. Oh my God. This vehicle is massive, how heavy this vehicle is, but it moves pretty quick. And this vehicle is pretty long to turn, as you guys can see. I took that wide turn there. It's like driving like a school bus, but you guys can feel the massive weight of this vehicle. This vehicle is pretty darn heavy. It has some really big rotors and brake calipers because this vehicle does need to stop just in case of an emergency. This also has adaptive cruise control, forward collision warning. This also has blind spot monitoring, also really good camera quality and whatnot. I would expect nothing less from Ram. It's a really good brand. They're setting the benchmark in this segment, but I've been averaging 14.8 mpg. If you guys own this truck, let me know what you guys average with mixed driving, city driving, and highway driving. Going around this corner here, you can feel the massive weight of this vehicle. Like, it feels like it's gonna topple over, so I wouldn't recommend going around a corner too quick because you feel the mass of this truck, like I mentioned. Visibility wise, great visibility. You also have great sight lines. This A-pillar here is a little thick, but I can see around it just fine. But Ram does give you some really good technology, like I mentioned, with the driver's assistance tech. And the EPA does not rate this vehicle because it's just too damn big. So that's why I want to know in the comment section, if you guys own this vehicle or previously owned the Cummins powertrain, let me know what you guys were averaging on a fuel economy basis, because I want to know, because this vehicle is, once again, it's pretty damn big and it's pretty massive also. And personally speaking, Ram did a good job. I like the nice tech upgrades that they offer for 2023 with this fully digital cluster here. The Uconnect system is good. It has wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. So good technology that Ram offers in this vehicle here. My model is missing a heads-up display. I think Ram offers a heads-up display, and it does not offer that digital rearview camera mirror. And I think it's missing the panoramic sunroof. Those would be a couple of options that I would spec in. This truck is not cheap whatsoever. It is very expensive, but keep in mind that's everything else in this segment. So if you guys are looking to kind of bargain shop, this segment can reach over 6 figures if you guys just keep keep taking off the option box. You have to keep that in mind. This vehicle is 79.5 inches across. So me personally, I feel like I'm gonna hit something, but at the same time, I feel comfortable driving this vehicle. But as you guys can see, also there's a Ford F-150 in front of me. But look how wide this vehicle is compared to that F-150. Yes, I know it's a smaller vehicle, but it's just the perspective how wide this vehicle is across. The seat comfort of this vehicle is pretty good. This vehicle also has a 4-wheel drive. There's a two-wheel drive, 4 high, 4 low, hill descent control. All that's right here, like I showed you guys from the inside scene. And you can select your gear here. This also has a 6-speed automatic. It goes about its business just fine. It doesn't hunt for gears. It knows when to be in the meat of its power band. And these are one of the coolest mirrors in the segment. Press this button here and you guys can extend the mirrors out even farther if you guys are looking to tow, or if you're towing anything. This has a payload of 3,100 pounds. And the actual payload in this vehicle can tow 19,980 pounds, that's what Ram says on their website. So really good towing numbers in this segment. This segment is pretty damn hot. The Ford F-Series has just been redesigned. I haven't filmed that vehicle yet. I should be filming that vehicle very soon, so I'll make my final judgment with that. The GM twins have been refreshed for 2023 also, or 2024. So this segment, once again, is a very hot segment, a very expensive segment, but if you guys don't mind paying that pretty penny, I think the Ram 2500, in my opinion, as of now, is gonna be a good bargain. After spending time with the 2023 Ram Rebel 2500 with the diesel powertrain, the diesel powertrain offers great low-end torque. It's very silky smooth. I like the nice tech upgrades that Ram offers for 2023. The cabin has really nice materials that you guys seen from the inside scene. But this vehicle does offer really good low-end torque. It has a really good ride quality, even with these off-road tires. With that being said, hope you guys have enjoyed this full review here on the 2023 Ram Rebel 2500. Be sure to check me out on Instagram at @DriveOnReviews. Hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. And I will see you all in the next review.